Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 and I'm back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another I almost said My Hero One Piece anime episode review for you guys. And yes, obviously you can see right here I finally now have a mic. Now I don't know if audio wise things are going to be sounding different. I'll have to watch I'll have to watch obviously the recording of it and see if it was different, but yeah, I got myself a mic now, so hopefully you enjoy it. But other than that, I'm here to discuss One Piece anime episode 992, where we get some revelations. My goodness, some revelations on what seems to be Kaido's new plan. We get reunions, and we finally get the reveal of what Yamato really looks like, and it's like what most people in the community have said when they saw last week's ending to the episode when Yamato was clashing with Ace, because they were like, oh, I see tits, I see boobs. Anyways, let's get into this week's episode. Now, obviously last week ended off with Yamato talking to Luffy. So Yamato again asks Luffy, like, hey, can we talk? And Luffy's like, fine, okay, you can get 1 minute with me. And after that, that's it. You're done talking. And stuff like that. Now, anyways, we cut away from that, and we don't see the conversation continue between Yamato and Luffy till the end of the episode, which I'll talk about my displeasure about it. But anyways, we actually cut over to Orochi. Now, Orochi, obviously we know from last week, was kind of boasting about, oh, look at this. This is Koji Momonosuke, and stuff like that. And he's essentially telling the Beast Pirates on the main floor, like, so, do you guys want to know how Koji Momonosuke looks still like a little kid, even though it's been years since we last seen him? Well, guess what? Here's what happened. You see, him and some of his scabbard buddies, after Odin died, they were then transported to the future thanks to his mother, Kozuki Toki. And guess what? He came through and he's thinking he's gonna try to get rid of me and kill me and stuff like that. But guess what? That's not happening, because we're gonna execute him. Now, how should we execute him, boys and girls? Should we kill him? Should we shoot him? Should we boil him in a pot like his father? Essentially throwing things out. And you have other Beast Pirate members saying, like, you can do this, Orochi. Nah, do this, Orochi. Nah, I think this would be best. Like, heck, when they even mentioned the fact that, like, hey, maybe you should boil in a pot like his father. They're like, well, he probably is not strong enough like his father to last even an hour like him. Now, in the meantime, the old man Heel with the other samurais, Robin and Jinbei, see all this happening, and essentially to make sure they're kind of obviously, well, hiding their identities, they have to play along with this, and they have to act like despicable Beast Pirate members are. Again, they have to do it because they might not like it and everything, but listen, what other choice do they have left? It's either, try to or get themselves exposed, or just try to come up with a plan. And that's essentially what they're thinking of. Jinbei and Robin kind of talk, and Robin tells Jinbei, like, we need to find something to try to free Momonosuke. And Jinbei's like, well, we can't do anything at this point in time. We have to just play with the crowd. So that's what they do, and they give their evil laughs and stuff like that, which I will say, to the credit, it is funny that they were trying that and stuff like that, especially Robin. Definitely, I feel like she would definitely fit in with that quirky personality of hers. But yeah, anyways, we focus to Law, and eventually Law moves the submarine through the harsh currents, and eventually he manages to use his rooms and shambles ability on his devil fruit abilities to be able to get the scabbards and himself onto Onigishima. Now the other heart pirates, they're still driving in the submarine and they're just going underwater. Now when we see this whole thing, as they get there, they see another whole thing come out of nowhere, and we see that it's Cat Viper and Izo finally show up and see these other scabbards again. And it was thanks to Marco, he brought them there and stuff like that. Now Marco, he goes in and say, yeah, I think I saw something on the sea I need to go check out. I'll be back, but let me take care of that. I'm guessing the thing he's thinking of was the thing he saw was Perospero, because we know Perospero is still is on the Wano Oceans looking to get to Onigashima, and I'm guessing Marco must have saw him in the corner of his eye when he was flying to Onigashima. We get the nice reunion between Cat Viper and some of the other scabbards we has yet to interact with, and then we get a pretty emotional reunion between Kiku and her older brother Izo, and stuff like that. And Izo says to Kiku that you've become a fine samurai and stuff like that. Obviously, she's very happy to see him and everything, and that's the thing there. But let's move on. Now we cut over to Kaido. Now Kaido's asking to obviously Jack and King is like, he's like, okay, have the Toby Rebel found my freaking son Yamato? And Jack's like, no sir, they have yet to do that. The whereabouts of Yamato is unknown still. And Kaido's like, freaking stupid boy. All right, fine, I guess I'm gonna do this without him. He also asked Bao Huang about Big Mom's status, like if she's changed, and Bao Hong's like, yeah, she's changed, she's on her way here, so don't worry about it. And obviously Kaido's like, well then you should have freaking told me. And obviously Bao Hong's like, oh okay, I'm sorry. So she essentially goes away because Kaido sends her away, and then Kaido's like, all right, it's time to get this party started. So he eventually gets to the main hall, and he tells all the Beast Pirate members, listen, I have an announcement to make before we execute Momonosuke. And that's the fact that I have a plan. And this plan is revolving around this thing called the New Onigashima Project, or New Onigashima Plan. Now, this was hinted at the fact that there was some big announcement. Again, it's very interesting to see that this is revolving around something to do with Onigashima, I'm guessing. Now, I said in my review, in the one review where Kaido made a reference to having an announcement, it had to have something to do with something that relates to the One Piece world it's going to have an effect on the One Piece world. Literally, it has to be on that scale, otherwise I'm not going to believe what the hell is this big plan he's got. I have a feeling that it has something to do with the One Piece world because it makes sense. Why would it be something? So whether this new Onigashima plan is something revolving around Onigashima, I don't know. But we're gonna have to find out in the I guess coming weeks to come. So yeah. Now we end off the episode with Luffy and Yamato. And before I talk about this scene, I just want to say this. I don't like the fact how this episode is advertised with like literally the title headlines. And let me see if I can find the title headlines of the episode, because I really don't like it. No, I don't want to watch Digimon. Wano Kuni. This week's episode title is is titled episode 992, Desire to be Odin, Yamato's Dream. Now, essentially, they fit in most of her explanation, which spoilers, I know, but we know we know Yamato's a girl. But I know they managed to fit in most of why she's the character she is for now with what we know. But I don't like the fact how they advertise the episode to be centered around Luffy and Yamato, and we get the last 2 to 3 minutes of this episode centered around Luffy and Yamato. Why advertise the episode with a misleading title like that? Now, maybe it's the only thing they can put up because they can't say Kaido's big announcement or something like that. But that'll probably be saved for a different episode when that eventually is. But I don't like the fact that they only give this type of stuff. Again, obviously, the pacing is gonna be slower because, well, it's literally close to where the manga's at. But they have to do something. But anyways, that's just my little nitpick of the episode. But essentially, Yamato goes on to tell Luffy that he's looked up to Odin, and that he hates his father Kaido for killing Odin. Yamato also goes on to tell Luffy, yes, I was there at the execution of Kozuki Odin. So we find out that, well, guess what? We're more than likely led to believe that Yamato was probably a little kid and witnessed this whole thing. And he goes on to say that seeing the death of Odin and what he did, it moved me. And it resonated with me, and it made me want to be a follower of his. And I despise my father for doing what he did to him and stuff like that. Now, after the death, I'm guessing some time has passed. We find out that Yamato was looking around in Curry, and he goes on to mention, like, yeah, I was looking around and digging in Curry, and I found this. And he pulls out from his, outfit, the fact that, well, guess what? I found the journal of Odin. So we find out that what is it? We find out that Yamato found Odin's journal somewhere in Cody, and this is the legit journal. And Yamato goes on to say, like, I read this journal and I read everything from his, origins to like everything he happened. So, obviously, meeting up with Whitebeard, joining the Whitebeard Pirates, Roger, joining the Roger Pirates, eventually seeing the vast things. And, Yamato's like, I was very inspired even more after reading this whole thing and stuff like that. And things like that. Now, Yamato says, like, because his retainers are dead now, he doesn't know that Yamato doesn't know that the Scabbers are still alive, that they travel through time. He doesn't know that yet. Luffy will probably next week tell him that, well, the retainers are still alive and stuff like that. But essentially, Yamato's like, I'm gonna take Odin's place and I'm going to open up the borders of Wano like he wanted to do and stuff like that. So this is when we see Yamato rip his sleeves and then eventually take off his mask, and Luffy looks in closer, and Luffy's like, you said you're Kaido's son, right? And then we get and as the camera panels up, we see Yamato's full face revealed, and I guess you can say her gender finally revealed. And we find out that what most people have probably more than likely been saying, thanks especially to the scene that happened last week, is the fact that, well, Yamato isn't really a guy, it really isn't a man, Yamato isn't a he, Yamato is actually a she. Yamato is a girl, and even at the episode ends with the fact that Yamato, it says, Yamato, the daughter of Kaido, but calls herself the self-proclaimed Kozuki Odin. So yeah, I'm guessing we're gonna find out why she calls himself a man. Listen, obviously the thing is, how am I going to name her if she wants to be known as a man? If she wants to be known as a man, I guess I can do that, but out of probably respect, but I feel like it wouldn't hurt to call her a she. But it's pretty cool to see Yamato's gender finally revealed, that it's a girl. And I'm guessing maybe Kaido saw Yamato, a female, as being weak and not much of a type of ruling personality, which it doesn't make no sense. But I guess from Kaido's perspective, he sees why. Kaido likes strong things, and he probably thinks women are a sign of weakness or something like that. But it's gonna be very interesting to see what Yamato has left to. She also does tell Luffy that, you remind me of Ace, and Luffy's also shocked that she knows Ace. So yeah. Now I will say one thing. Yamato is a baddie. She is hot. So I definitely enjoy it, and she's like the typical One Piece chick. Big boobs. We haven't seen what she truly looks like, because her pant, we don't see like what her hips truly look like and stuff like that. It's probably like your typical One Piece girl design, but she's a baddie. She's hot. Yes, I never thought I would say that about Kaido's child, his daughter. So now you got every guy thirsting for Kaido. Now you have to wonder, who the hell is the mother? They don't explain who the hell the mother is, but it's gonna be very interesting. But anyways, if you guys like this video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of One Piece. Your thoughts on Yamato being a girl. Are you surprised? Are you not surprised? Yada, yada, yada. And hit the subscribe button if you want to get more One Piece content. And when you do hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell icon to make sure you're up to date with whatever I upload to the channel. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. I know, check out this video. Until then, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.